Hey guys, Spartan85 here. I have some more news about the updated console version, the new version that's coming out. I'll just keep saying the new version because I think some people are still surprised that it is going to be a new version. So I just want to squash that right now. It is not going to be an update, it's a new version. So that's why I'm calling it the new version. Because it is going to be a brand new game. We're going to have to buy it. The Fun Pimps have said over and over that they are hoping to get vouchers to people for a discount to be able to buy it. They have put that out there, but that's one of the biggest questions I've been getting is like, so we have to rebuy this thing? Yes, you have to rebuy it. Yes, the Fun Pimps are working on a discount, but it's in Microsoft and Sony's hands, and that's what we know. So basically the news is coming from a YouTuber, Guns, Nerds, and Steel. Huge fan of his. If you guys don't follow him already or subscribe to him, go check him out. Big 7 Days to Die player, Ark player, other survival games, and he's done some interviews with the Fun Pimps and stuff, and he's broke a lot of news, and so he got to break this news. He went down to TwitchCon and interviewed the developers of, the 7 Days to Die, the Fun Pimps, and had some interesting news. And I'm not going to go over his entire video because he should get all the credit for that, and I want him to have all the credit for that. I'm just going to share some of the news that I think is relevant to my community and a lot of the questions I get since I am a console 7 Days to Die player. The biggest thing is they told Guns, Nerds, and Steel that they're looking at a 6-month release date for the new game and Alpha 22 on consoles and PCs. So 6 months from now, or just a couple weeks ago, you're looking at, March, April, May, which is the very end of Q1 of 2024. The initial thing the Fun Pimp said was Q4 of 23 or Q4 of 24. I think most of us have taken that with a grain of salt, knowing the Fun Pimps are notoriously bad about keeping their dates. And I'm not trying to put any blame on them or anything like that. They're developers, they're a smaller developer and stuff like that, so I'm not trying to say anything bad about them about that. It's just that over the years they haven't been notoriously bad about their dates. So that's the way we're looking. They want to release it at the same time. Keep in mind this other game, the 7 Days Blood Moons game, is being developed by a completely different company. Different developer. It's just being overseen by the Fun Pimps. They have a small team overseeing it, but another company is making this game. So, who's to say this company doesn't get done early and Alpha 22 is not ready? So, are they going to try to release it at the same time still? Are they going to delay that 7 Days Blood Moons because Alpha 22 is not ready? I don't know. The big thing they told Guns, Nerds, and Steel is they're working on optimization and performance. And this is one thing we learned from the interview is the demos that we've seen running, and I didn't notice this, but don't have skyscrapers in them. They took the skyscrapers out of the demos. And if you watch that last demo, the one they put out from TwitchCon on the Xbox Series X, there's really not a lot of zombies running around. And that's the one thing I kind of noticed was there's only a couple, like 2 or 3 zombies in each scene. So not a lot of zombies. A lot of one-hit kills too. A lot of people pointed that out in the comments. Like, what's with all the one-hit kills? Hey, they're the developer. They'll let them do that. So there's no skyscrapers. Also, they brought up one thing they're working on, or they've added. If you're looking at a building and you see a window, right now Alpha 21 renders the inside of the window, the inside of the building, and that adds a lot to the GPU, the CPU, everything like that. So one thing they're doing with the console version is they're getting rid of the windows you can see into the building. So it's just going to be like almost just a plain window now, like a grayed out window. So that's going to help the rendering a lot more, apparently. I don't know if that's going to be Alpha 22 on PCs or if that's just going to be on consoles only, the windows. I don't know. I don't have confirmation on that, but that's one thing they're adding. You might say they have to dumb it down a little bit for consoles. And who knows what else they'll have to change or take out. But that's the one thing they're working on right now. They're trying to get it to run good and optimally on consoles. We've pretty much all been confirmed that split screen will not be in the console version, which absolutely breaks my heart. I have hours upon hours of split screen with my kids, my son, my daughter. We played 7 Days to Die on split screen. So pretty much all but confirmed that split screen is not going to be in the new console versions. Just breaks my heart, guys. But me and Steve talked about this in one of our other videos. There's not a lot of current games anymore that have split screen. Call of Duty, Fortnite, the big AAA games that can pull it off will do it. But even Fortnite's split screen is really wanky. It's really shrinks the screen down a lot. Like, it's really weird how Fortnite does the split screen. So kind of understand why. I don't agree with it, but I understand it is really hard nowadays to run split screen on consoles. They're still working on crossplay. Sony and Xbox have to sign off on that. That's pretty common with any game, but Sony and Xbox have to sign off on crossplay. And if you look at some of the bigger crossplay games, like let's say Rainbow Six Siege, crossplay, you have to log into Activision to do that. Fortnite, you have to log into Epic Games to do crossplay. So I don't know if the Fun Pimps are going to have to develop their own login. So maybe they will have a Fun Pimps account that you can log into to do crossplay. But as of right now, they have stated over and over, it's up to Sony and Xbox. And same thing with the voucher. If people are wanting the voucher, it's up to Sony and Microsoft on the voucher. The Fun Pimps want to do it. It's up to Sony and Microsoft. That's the news I really wanted to share with you guys. If there's any more, I'll try to share more, but we're looking at, 6 months. I mean, if you put that right now, it's April. Do I think it's going to be April? I really don't know. I really don't know. What's frustrating is, and I get it. If I was a developer, I might do the same way, but the Fun Pimps are, they had that Twitch live stream last year where they said, Q4 of 23 and Q1 of 24. And that's what they put that out there. And they don't really realize it with some of the fans is they kind of nail that down when they say that. They nail themselves to that cross when they say that. I wish they would stop doing that. I wish they would just stop saying dates and stuff, because then it gets to that point and then the YouTubers or anything like that, like us and Guns, Nerds, and Steel and anybody that comes out and says the date, hey, this is what the Fun Pimps say, then they get mad at the YouTuber who is just the messenger. So don't get mad at me, guys. I'm just trying to put out the information the Fun Pimps has put out. And now if you ask me, my personal thoughts, I don't think it's going to be April. I don't know. It sounds like there's a lot more work to be done on consoles. It sounds like there's a lot more work. Unless they just release a broken version of it or something that just doesn't run good, but I don't think they want to do that. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention too is Bandits is being pushed back, which is kind of interesting because for the longest time, the Fun Pimps have said that the game would not release to console until Gold. And the big thing with Gold has always been Bandits. They've wanted Bandits. That was like the last thing they're going to add to the game was have Bandits before they release to console. They've always said all along that the new console version will have Bandits. Well, they have pushed Bandits back to Alpha 23, sounds like it. So, and that's maybe even Alpha 24. Who knows? I don't know how many alphas we're going to have, but Bandits has been pushed back. Which is interesting because does that mean they want to push the console version back to Alpha 23? I don't know. That might happen. The Fun Pimps can do whatever they want. And I'll throw this in at the very end. They added the new pigs for Alpha 22 in consoles. So I'll share the picture of the pigs. There you go. May not have skyscrapers, but we'll have pigs, god darn it. So that's all the news. I know I said that once, but that's all the news I have, guys. We're looking at April, maybe May, maybe longer than that. We're going to have pigs. We may not have skyscrapers. We may not have windows. I don't know. And we're not going to have split screen. So I don't know, guys. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but that's the news we have. And I really hope this turns out good for everybody, because I know there's been a lot of people waiting a very long time for this. People that paid money for this game, too. So I really hope this turns out good. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Bye.